Streamlabs app. Here, guys, welcome to the Mr. Gram's Mead making special. Yay! All right, everybody. First off, shout out to the VOD squad, and the Grammy family, as well as those that may view this on YouTube at a later date. Shouts out. Don't make many YouTube uploads, but here we are. These are some of the ingredients here. We got apricots, dried apricots, and we got some dried mango too. Yeah. Some golden raisins here. All right. Got some, some little additives here. Some wine tannins, yeast nutrients, malic acid, tartaric acid. A gallon of Deer Park water. A double pack of Members Mark clover honey there, which I'm just about to. I don't typically do this, but I'm going to set it on some water there after I take it off the stove, just to prevent some cloying there. It's 2.5 pounds of honey, 5 pounds of honey for $12 at Sam's Club. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. Making mead. I know most people typically use 3 pounds of honey. I opt for 5. I just throw the whole thing in there. The yeast that we'll be using here is very popular. It'll be the first time that I'm using it. 71B. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Yep. This I got through the mail, so I was intending on making this stream a little bit earlier, like February at least. But due to the pandemic, everything is delayed. Came in an envelope, and I discovered there was a little hole in it at the bottom, so this is why there's so much put into this bowl. I mean, there's plenty. Packages like this is enough for like 5 gallons. It says right there. So it says somewhere. Anyways, we also have the recipe book, which granted, this is more of a guidelines for me at this point. It's kind of there's more in here than just got coffee and all kinds of stuff. Got some glog, some Swedish glog here, which I just a moment ago read about. It's something interesting. Here's the meat section. We got dry, sweet, the melomels, which is essentially what we're making now. Honey and fruit. A methylaglin, honey and herbs. A piment, honey and grapes. And there's not covered in here. There's acerglins as well, which is honey and maple syrup. Which is something that I hope to make in the future there as well. An acerglin with sorghum syrup. But yeah, I just got done actually cleaning our vessel here, with some star sand, because if there's one rule to mead making, it's sanitization. And this is the industry standard right here, star sand. It's about $15, but you get your use out of it. We also have this thingy, which will come into play a little bit later. That works in conjunction with our hydrometer here, which is going to help us figure out, which is extremely difficult to kind of read, at least for me. Will help us figure out the alcohol content of the brew later on. So, with that said, I mean, let's get to it, folks, right? So, my apologies. I do not have a tripod. Hey, there we go. But what I do have is this little pink cup. I'm gonna set you guys gently right there. Okay, there we are. There we are. All right, so I don't know how this is going to look, either on Twitch or on YouTube at this point, because I just changed the ratio. But hopefully I'm not sideways. Oh boy, it's been a minute since I've decided to make some mead here. I think last year, due to again the pandemic, everything kind of went out of whack, unfortunately, and let's get into it. What do? I forget. Water first, fruit first, whatever. Honey. Let me take this off of the heat. Just take that off the heat there. Let me just start eating these. Eating these apricots here. So guys, my journey into brewing and fermentation, I must say, really started with kombucha, but the beverages in general actually date all the way back into the pre-teens for Mr. Graham. As he was him and his family, working as festival restaurateurs at Aunt Effie's Kitchen, all up and down the East Coast for African Heritage Festivals. And there I was in my little booth there, selling folks lemonade, and Grandma, he has about 10 years experience doing that whole deal. These are really good, by the way. These are really just, it was hurting me just to not just eat them and pick up some more at a later date. All days good stuff. And there's also what was I saying? Kombucha. There is a business called Hex Ferments here in Baltimore, and they make not just kombucha, but kimchi and other fermented food products and things of that nature. And my father bought me a bottle one day, and I was just flabbergasted. It's really, really awesome flavors. It was like purple, and eventually, years later, I'll say, I was browsing across Amazon, as one does, and came across the SCOBY. The SCOBY is stands for Symbiotic Culture of Bacteria and Yeast, and set these. I don't want these to burn. I don't want these to burn. Just want these to sit in this hot water. Okay. Symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, and you boil some black tea, You know, think like some people use like 3 bags, 10 bags. Let it cool, of course. You don't want, SCOBY can live at about, I want to say 80, just below like 70 or something like that. It's been a minute. The SCOBY will eat at the caffeine in the black tea, as well as the sugar. You gotta add sugar, about a cup, typically. I did used to, and in about 2 weeks, depending on the size of your SCOBY. If you got a little baby SCOBY, it's usually about 2 weeks, and at the end of those 2 weeks, you'll have yourself some plain kombucha, probiotic enriched, slightly bitter, depending on how much sugar you used, and ready to go into second fermentation, where you will add berries and whatever you tend to whatever is to your palate. Yeah, that's that. And I had a real great time doing that, and everyone loved. Everyone that was willing to try my kombucha, that is, loved it. Really enjoyed it. Although I did come across a few individuals that sort of were to the mind that which I think comes from a really racist place, concerning food, not dissimilar to some people's misconceptions about MSG, which I also have in my cabinet, about it, being bad for you, and sending you to the restroom, kombucha at least. And I got to tell you, I personally never had any trouble with that. And if you drink coffee, you can't say anything about kombucha. I mean, coffee, that'll send you to the restroom, for real, and that's everywhere. Go drink that every day, not batting an eye. But that's neither here nor there. I mean to just, put that out there that, I've tried just about every kombucha that is on the market, and I'll say a lot of that stuff isn't the best, but you should definitely seek out a kombucha manufacturer that is either from a farmer's market or, there's Hex Ferments. There's a really great place like Doobie's. They got a guy making kombucha there as well, and his is magnifique. You can't be a basic bitch about kombucha. It's been consumed for thousands of years. It goes back to the Chinese dynasties and whatnot, and it will continue to be consumed. It's literally on the rise, and that whole process. Watching like the bubbles fizz after like a couple of days and weeks. I just caught the bug. For fermentation. Hold on here. Oh, I get my gum out. Hold on. How's this looking? I'm wrong, a little snack there. But yeah, it was like a gateway drug for me. That maybe want to research other, naturally fermented beverages, and as a result, I've made makgeolli, which is like a Korean style of rice wine. tepache, which uses the natural yeast from the skin of pineapples, which I got a decent amount of praise for that as well. Things you typically can't find in grocery stores, even if you I made an attempt at making a tej, which is a sort of mead. It's an Ethiopian style of honey wine using gesho, which I actually have some right here because, Baltimore is so awesome. We have a lot of ethnic groups there. We've got some gesho bark. It's a natural yeast from the bark there, and honey. From what I hear, honey cultivated in Ethiopia is slightly bitter than what we might find here now in the States. But gesho, tej, tepache, makgeolli, kefir. I was making kefir for a while, and kefir sodas, little milk kefirs, but those little grains, I put them like these little jars. Drain it, take the curds and sort of make like a little cheese out of it. Really awesome stuff, Pretty great stuff. Man, all right, should I put the water in there? Should I wait for the honey? I'm kind of at a loss, guys. What do I do? All right, it's all going in. It's all just going in. You know what? Let me consult the book here. Actually, as it pertains to melomels. Okay, honey then water. All right, then the acid blend. We do not have acid blend. However, we do have parts of acid blend. We have our malic acid, which is only a little bit of that left. Some tartaric acid, and I think the other acid that they usually ask for, or that's in acid blend, is citric acid. What else? Pectic enzyme. We have pectic enzyme. I have some pectic enzyme right here. Enzyme energizer? Okay, I don't know about enzyme energizer, but we definitely have yeast energizer. I don't know if that's the same thing when this book was made in relation to these labels here. Camden crushed. We have Camden Crush. We have some of that. It's these are Camden tablets that you do crush, and then these are usually like a sanitizer and all that. But actually, I don't think we'll be using this. Actually, I think that might mess with the brew just a little bit. Not in the way I want to deal with right now. And then, of course, we add the yeast. But before we add the yeast, we're going to get our what is this thing, and add it to this, so we can then use this and get a gravity reading. And the gravity of the base brew here, we will then we'll take another gravity reading after we add after the fermentation after like 5 months. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait 5 months, and then just before we're ready to bottle this, we're going to do like the same process of scoop, scoop, and see what the gravity rating is then, and then subtract the original gravity reading by the final gravity reading, and then something times 326 whatever, and we have our gravity reading, which we've got a lot of sugars in this, and this a nickname for this yeast is a 71 beast, because it's a real it gets all that fermentation going. Of course, where's my my airlock? It's over here. Okay, one sec. We're ready to bother that. One sec, y'all. All right. Okay. I can see there's one person in here. I don't know if can I check yet? One sec here. Okay, didn't look like I can. All right. Set you guys back down right there. All right, and let's see if how our honey's doing. Yeah. See how the okay. Okie dokie. So let's just go ahead and screw off the top. Let's set that there like that. So again, what Graham uses is Members Mark Clover Honey, Pure Bee Honey, from Sam's Club. 5 pounds, $12. Not a sponsored ad. Just a educated suggestion. Yeah. Of course, if you want to go for more flavorful honeys, that's entirely up to you. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful pour right there? It's a wonder why I didn't start boiling it beforehand. Look at that. It's beautiful. It really is. Make sure we get every last drop. Every last drop. Okay. Okay, so not every last drop, because it'll take like forever, get like a little, but the majority of it, and then we'll add the water for the to really sop up all of like the really sticky residue. So some people would use a musting bag, a muslin, to sort of separate the organic material from the rest of the liquid material. honey water and things of that nature. When it comes time to actually remove that in the racking process. Ooh, look at that. Okay, hold up. You guys deserve to see this in sort of from my perspective. Hold on. Just this last little bit. And there. Wait. Yeah, look at that there. Look at what we got. Hold up. Woo! Welcome to Flavor Town. Hey, some good stuff going in there. Also, guys, we have a bit of a secret ingredient we're going to add here. It'll become very much less so secret in just a sec. Hold up. One sec. Well, you don't really need to see this, but it's this is some zest of a tangerine. A little bit, well, there, can you see that? Just a smidget, just a little bit. Don't want it to overpower anything. Just want to get that okay, we'll set that down. I kind of get that orangey, tangerine oils and good stuff in there. Okay. You guys got any names picked out for this brew here? You can see the overall theme of colors that we got going on here. Now I'm going to add in some of these raisins, these golden raisins. Yeah. These will sort of add to the old nutrients, some say. Makes it nice and fizzy. Okay, chances are I won't use like this entire bit that I've bit of raisins that I've set out here, but I think we're gonna use a decent amount. I used to use raisins a lot in making kefir sodas. You know, it was when I took the whey from and put them in like these little plastic bottles, because kefir whey is very volatile, you know, in the second fermentation, and putting them in like little plastic like sports bottles helped out a lot, because it would expand. I could see it working, and also like little tops that you could just really easily degas the kefir sodas. So I think I made like a raspberry kefir soda that was just magnifique. I kind of miss it, but you know, making milk kefir was a little time consuming. I want to say on a scale between Mead, kombucha, and kefir, Mead, I kind of like check on maybe. Well, I check on my brews every day, you know. But in terms of like maintenance, rather, a month for me to a month to 6 months, you know, because after this, it's time to either rack or finish up the aging process. You know, it's a done deal. It's a waiting game. Kombucha every 2 weeks. And looks like I did use all the raisins. I think that was a good thing there, actually. Hold on there. Kefir was every single day. Absolutely every. One more. Every single day. Add milk, drain it, kefir soda into some raisins and whatever fruit I wanted. Put the curds into like a little Tupperware tub. You know, just like I have cheese, I have kefir soda. Kefir soda would take another day, and then add some more milk to the little grains. Next day, it's the same. It's sort of the same process, every time. And there's a lot of really great probiotics that are specific to milk kefir that are not present in like water kefir. And I'm not really vegan per se, but I know the dangers of animal-based products, and I would prefer to stay away from them for the most part. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. All right, so we got our good stuff here. Let's add in some of these additives. Let's go for the water first. Let's go for the water. So add in the water here. Really start to set my yeast there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Again, I apologize. I do not have a tripod. I do not have a tripod. I wish I did. I wish you guys could see me in the full HD that this phone is capable of. All right. Okay. Let's give this a little mix here. Sanitization, right? Let's see. Yeah, still got the Star Stand pool here, doing its thing. And this is good. The utensil that I'm about to use here is made of silicone here. Kind of stay away from metals. All right. Now that we're just getting to the point of towards the end here, I want to acknowledge that today, this month is Women's History Month, and I read an article as well as watched a YouTube video about something called alewives, which is also the name of a fish that but it was what they called women who made beer at the time, and it is believed that that is a lot of where the witches, archetype, comes from, and the patriarchy, and men not liking women being independent, and making their own form of income. They wore the pointy hats, and had cauldrons, would use cats to protect their grain stores. So and the stirring and boiling, and the whole beer making process kind of goes hand in hand with witches, and I think it was probably part of the demonization of alewives, calling them witches. What else did they say? Putting a broom over the top of like the house, the entrance. Was like a code for, hey, is where you can get your booze. So it all really checks out in that department. Well, of course, I think that's unfortunate. It's just terrible. Even now, the craft brewery, industry is very much male dominated. Even though historically, and even now, in parts of Africa, as a matter of fact, beer making is very popular among women. Sorghum beers, in particular, I've learned about, which I myself would like to. I would like to make a sorghum beer, as sorghum is gluten free. You can make a gluten free beer using sorghum, and also I forget the exact ingredient that is used popular in beer making, but I've only made actually one beer from like a kit. I should mention that. I forget, but I did make one beer, a blonde, which wasn't my favorite. I'll say that. That's neither here nor there. But again, back to sorghum. I forget the exact ingredient. I don't know if it was hops or barley, but one of those ingredients that is typically used in most beers has an estrogen-like effect, which commonly is the cause of beer gut, and sort of not the sort of things that a lot of men want. While of course sorghum can kind of do the opposite. It's good for testosterone, sorghum. So or also called broomcorn, which it's also like an ancient grain, native to Africa, again, sorghum. And hopefully this year I will be producing some crops of sorghum for a myriad of reasons. It can also be made into a delectable little syrup, which is pretty popular in one Amish community. But yes, it's not the only thing I want to produce as well. Hopefully some moringa trees as well, which makes a really awesome tea. which is like the superfood of tea. Which, haven't talked much about tea, but on chat, but that's English breakfast. That's my breakfast every morning. Okay, I think. All right, I think this is adequately stirred here. You know, I think adequately mixed. You know, and agitated. Very strong honey smell. Very strong there. Okay, let's set this right here. And where is our... Oh. Turkey baster. Turkey baster. That's what this is. That's what this is. Alright. So let's get a little bit of this. In here. Again, everything sanitized. Okay, so this is coming up on the hardest part for me. What is it? Put this. Okay. Okay, so right there. Okay. Now we get our again sanitized hydrometer, hydrometer, and we're going to look for the what is this? What scale is this? There's 3 different scales. Let me just put it in before I drop it. Okay. Do I overfill this? What's happening here? Okay. Oof. Okay. All right. A lot of sugars. A lot of sugars. Let me see here if I can get a reading on this. Okay, so that looks like okay, 110. Okay, 110, 120. Okay, 11. 1120, 1125, 11. Okay, 1125, 1. Okay, so it's about 1125. Okay, so it's not quite. Okay, so we're in the dessert wine level, essentially here. Let me get a pen so I can jot this down. I would typically use my phone, but it's preoccupied. One moment. Don't worry, we'll just use our second phone, notepad. So yeah, so 1 point. Okay, and that's OG for original gravity. Okay. Gravity reading. Okay. And just for posterity, there's also 2 other readings on here that I don't know how to decipher. There's this bricks. There's this potential. Oh, that potential says 15%. All right. So as a YouTube channel that I quite enjoy and watch often, CS Brews will put all that good brew back in there. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to set this on the side for just a moment. Everything's sanitized. Just put the juice back in there. Why let it go to waste, you know? Alright, so now we've done that, you got to remember our gravity reading now. Okay, we're going to put the hydrometer back in that after the stream is over. I can put this other phone in the pocket. Take these. Alright. Some more honey. And to put the water in there, to add more of the water. Let's put that in there. Okay, well, that's going to change the OG. That's okay. That's fine. Let's get into the final portion. Okay, so how much of this stuff we got to put in there? Okay, 2 teaspoons of acid blend. Let's get our okay, 2 teaspoons of acid blend. Oh, nope, sorry, we don't have acid blend. Pectin enzyme, pectic enzyme. These things happen. As a matter of fact, let's one. There we go. 1/2 teaspoon of pectic enzyme. Just kind of scoop it in. Alright. 1/2 teaspoon. Pectic enzyme. Alright. 1/1/16 teaspoon of tannins. Okay. I'm gonna opt and go for the Mead, the sweet Mead measurements for the tannins, and go with 1/4 teaspoon. Yeah. because I do like my Mead sweets. Well, a lot of people prefer a red wine, possibly to be dry. But when it comes to Mead, I mean, what's the point of using honey, all that honey, if you don't want it to be sweet, you know? I want my stuff to taste good. I want my stuff to taste good. Red wine. What else do we have here? 3 teaspoons of malic acid. We don't have that. 1 1/2 teaspoon of tartaric acid. We do have that. Yeah, this is a malic acid. I do remember putting like a lot of this into another container. It's gone now. This is where sour candy comes from, malic acid. So if you want to, every sour candy you've ever had, it's all malic acid. Now I was trying to just kind of play with it, have it always on hand, but let's see. Let's say tartaric acid, 1 teaspoon, 1 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, it's a little bit of a rock. Let me shake that up. Okay. All right. And then 1 teaspoon. There you go. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just use what's left of the malic acid that we do have. Couldn't hurt. Now, I've come to find out through forums and other such outlets over the internet that some would opt to put the acids in post fermentation, post everything, but for the purposes of the stream and my impatience, I'll say I'll opt to heed those perspectives at another brew. Which one has the least amount? Okay, for sweet says 1 1/4. 1/4. Oh, we already put the tannins in there. Okay. What else is down there? Okay, yeast nutrients. Now, there's not an amount on here. It's actually on the bottle. It says 1 teaspoon per gallon. Let's go here. Per gallon must. So this is the must. Yeah, that's the terminology for it. So let's put 1 teaspoon of that. These nutrients. And these look like little dots. Okay. And yeast energizer, nutrient booster, it says. 1/2 teaspoon, 1/2 tablespoon, 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. There it is. It's a little confusing, you know. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. It really smells like cheese. This yeast boot energizer here. That's fine. I know it's doing its job. Thank you guys for sticking with me here. Okay, I think that we're done here in that on that front. Let's do a little bit more mixing here, but not with that. So actually, it's a little bit of this that needs let's get this little surface area just mixed around just a little bit. Every drop. Every drop. Okay. Let's put on our top. We're not finished yet. Not finished yet. Just kind of hear that click. Okay. So I'm just gonna. Okay, it was just the wind. Just the wind. It's my imagination. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, do you see that? A little Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. And finally, the piece de la resistance, the yeast, the 71B, Lalvin 71 from 71B, all the way from Canada. We're going to put about that much because that's what was already exposed and out, which is more than enough, into the brew. Look at it expand. Look at it expand. Oh, wait. There it goes. There it goes. All right. Well, guys. Pardon. One moment. Let's put the cap on this again. And we are going to find a pot here. the airlock, which some of the liquid from the sanitization liquid, you know, a lot of flies try to get in there, you know, and that's where they stay. Trying to get some of my brew. So let's just pop this down in there, and there you have it. That's how you make mead. And that has been our stream, guys. Catch me in a little bit. We're gonna play some Witcher 3. And yeah. Peace out.